Okay, so everything's been washed and scrubbed. The bigger pieces are here in the drying rack just because that's convenient, but when it gets to smaller pieces, just lay them out straight on a paper towel. And I try to lay them out in order so I can immediately see if I'm missing anything. And another thing is always keep the sink blocked up no matter how you do it, because there are kits that have ultra tiny parts that, as you can see, that thing is barely as big as the head on a pencil. So losing any of those, definitely bad. If there are any parts that as they're drying feel like maybe they got a little slime on them, or they don't feel squeaky, absolutely clean, throw them back in the bath. And don't dump your soap bath until the soap clears and you can actually see the bottom, and make sure that there aren't any other small parts. If you're dealing with big parts on a big kit, there's no worries, but potentially there could be several of those little guys still floating in here. I'm pretty sure there aren't, but I'm not really going to be able to tell until all the soap layer on the top is absolutely gone. So there's something down here, but I think it's just, it could either be flash off a piece of resin, it could be a little bit of plastic, or it could be part of that green scrubby pad there that's just floating around. So, like I say, save that, don't worry, don't dump it, and go from there. So as you can see, this paper towel is pretty soaked, so what I'll do is lay out some new dry towels, put them on that, flip them over, and just generally let them air dry for a while. You can put resin in the oven, but in this case, just let it air dry. If it's late at night, just walk away, go to bed, they'll be dry in the morning. Or if it's in the afternoon, take off, do another errand or something, and come back maybe in an hour or so. But of course, some complicated parts will dry differently, so I'll take a towel to those specifically and then lay them out to get them drying as fast as possible. So that's it for this one. See you in a bit. It's about 20 minutes later, so I'm going to start flipping the pieces over just to give both sides a equal chance to dry out on the mat, or the paper towel rather. Sometimes you can run out of room. I like this piece, it's still a little wet. This one's dry though, so that can go aside. That one is too. I don't usually put the pieces back down in the same place, because then they'd just be sitting in their own pool of water. So a lot of these smaller pieces are still pretty soaked. In this particular instance, a lot of water is getting caught in those little tubes there, so what I'm going to do is get the old can of air and blow any extra water out of there. Just be careful not to blow any air around to knock smaller pieces away. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for the actual washing and drying. Once these parts are actually dry, like these little ones, rather than rebagging them, what I'll be doing is getting a piece of cardboard, putting this tape side up, and then attaching them so they'll be less likely to get lost. And then I'll probably put them in a bag or a container, or, oh, those are definitely stuck already. So we'll just leave those right there. That'll keep the pieces flat, undamaged, and out of trouble by putting them on the tape and a piece of cardboard. So probably the next step is going to be examining the pieces, looking for flash, pits, bubbles, and all that kind of thing. So I'll see you guys on that episode. See ya. Thanks for watching.